All right, so this morning we are going to be talking through setting up and sending email newsletters through command. There's a couple different ways that you can do this between the campaigns applet as well as smart plans, but today we're going to focus on the campaigns applet. We're going to walk through creating our email, setting up the campaign, setting up our recipient list, and then I'll show you how you can go back and make some edits to that recipient list after the fact. As I'm going through the training this morning, please interrupt me with any questions. You can unmute yourself or just ask in the chat box, and I'll periodically stop to see if there are any questions or anything I can clarify for you along the way. All right, so to get started with sending out an email newsletter, there's two different ways you can go about it. I have my personal preference, which is how I'm going to go through it. You could get started directly in campaigns and just do everything from within that applet. However, I like to know what content I'm going to be sending first before I go and actually set up the campaign. So for me, I like to get started in designs. So I'm going to click on the designs applet, which is the third from the bottom down here on the left-hand side. And then up in the top right-hand corner, I'm going to select Create Design and then Email. And now it's going to show me all of the KW templates. So I'm just going to click Load More so it'll load all 72. I'm just going to click Load More a couple times here. Perfect. So now we have all of the templates that have already been created for us available to use. Now they've made an update, I think probably like 3 months ago, that we can actually have a quick preview of what that email template looks like. And you'll see here somewhere open house. We have a modern, classic, approachable, featured homes. We have an email newsletter template. And then scrolling down, we have some actual emails that are already pre-written for us. So we have this classic tax day email, this classic sell ready, refinancing, mortgage modification, low budget projects, healthy home. All of these pieces of information are already written, so you don't have to do anything. Continuing to scroll down, you'll see we have a whole bunch of luxury templates. In the past, to have access to any of the luxury marketing materials, you would have to have been a member of Live Luxury. However, just because of changes in agents production in luxury, we now have that everyone is open to this material. So if you have a listing that is a luxury listing, or you were trying to farm a luxury neighborhood, this may be some of the materials that you would want to use. Continuing to scroll down, now we have a bunch of classic versions of emails, seller lead conversion, how to know when you're ready, some fun holiday ones, Happy Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, spring, stuff like that. And then we have a bunch of approachable ones. Now here you'll see this classic just listed, and it has a bunch of placeholders, and that's so that way you can just go in and fill in your images from your listing, and we'll walk through how to do that too in just a moment. So, but I just wanted you to see all the different types of email templates that are created for you. If for whatever reason you don't like any of these email templates, that is a-okay. We will walk through how to create an email from scratch as well. So for this morning, let's start. We'll just start with the easiest example. We'll start with an email that's already pre-written. For our second example, we'll go through updating an email template with a listing or maybe an open house. And then our third example, we'll walk through creating an email from scratch. So I'm going to use this classic sell ready. So I'm going to select classic sell ready and then click next. It's going to load all of the information from the email. Now, before I do anything, I like to update the name of my email template, just in that way when I go through and I'm setting up my campaign, it's really easy for me to find. So I'm going to rename this Sell Ready Training 623. Perfect. So, all right, well, we'll figure that out later. All right, so scrolling from the top to the bottom, you'll notice we have this little box here that has a bunch of, just some asterisks and some symbols and market center name. Anytime you see this symbol with the line and the asterisks, that lets you know that that information is going to be pre-populated from your marketing profile. So it's not going to show here in the template, but we can look at the preview and it's going to show us what all that information is, which is why it is so important that you have your marketing profile set up, because that is what's going to help fill in all these templatized pieces of information. So scrolling down, you can see here's all the information in the email. If you're considering selling your home, read through the information. Make sure this is actually an email that you'd want to send. And if it's really not in your tone of voice, go through and make some edits. This is your email. The goal here is just to have a template so that way you can build off of it and make it your own so you don't have to start from scratch. But for me, I'm super busy. I'm going on showings and showings and showings. So I don't have time to write an email. So I'm just going to leave this as is. And you'll see here some more information that's going to be pre-populated. More information about the market center. Awesome. So I don't really have to do anything here for this email template, and I am ready to go. But I do want to show you how you can see a preview with all of the information from the marketing profile loaded in. So up here in the top right-hand corner of the email template, there's a little eye icon, and that's preview. So I'm going to click on that. And this is going to show me what it's actually going to look like in someone's inbox. At the top, you'll see I can select between a desktop, tablet, or mobile phone version of what the email will look like. And so this is what the email is going to look like. It pre-populates with the First Atlanta logo. There's all the information in the email. There's my headshot, my information. And then here's the information about the office and myself. So looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to click X up here in the preview. Up here in the top right-hand corner in the options dropdown, we have a couple more options. We can click preview. So we can look at that same preview that we just did. We can send a test email. So I want to see what this actually looks like in my Gmail. So I can click on send test email, and then I can just type in my email address here. And that is going to send me a test email. So let me open up my inbox really quickly so I can just show you what that looks like. Here, test email template. And this is what it looks like in my inbox. So it looks just the same as that preview. So now I know what it'll look like when my clients receive that email. Everything here looks good to go. I don't need to make any changes. So I'm just going to come up here to save. And my Sell Ready Training 623 is good to go. Once I'm done, I'm going to click on the X. And I'll just click Save Changes. Now it's going to take me back into designs. And then here is my email template. So if I ever want to come back, make any edits or changes, it's right there, easy for me to access. Any questions about going through and selecting one of the pre-written templates to set up as your e-newsletter? Right now, we're just going to walk through actually setting up the pieces of the email template content, and then we're going to walk through actually setting up the campaign and sending it out in just a few moments. All right. So the next thing I want to walk through is taking an email template and customizing it. So whether for a just listed, an open house, or some featured listings. So I'm going to do the same thing we just did. Click on Create Design, select Email, continue. I'm just going to load some templates here. All right. I'm going to use this luxury just listed. Let's try that. So I'm going to select the email template and then click next. Here we go. Good morning. Hope you had a chance and beautiful day. All right. So I'm going to have to go through and personalize this. This is not what I want. I'm going to go back. Let me go back. That takes too much work. That's more than I was anticipating. All right. Where is classic just listed? Here we go. Classic just listed. So I'm going to select this. Pretty easy. Click next. As always, I'm going to update the name of my email template. So I'm going to do just listed 1234 Main Street. And now what I need to do is go through and update all of the information about this listing for this email. But you can see I already have all the placeholders. Everything is good to go. All I need to do is update the actual information. You could, if you wanted to, manually upload images from your desktop into this email template. However, Command has made it super easy and has connected through KWLS. We can pull in the MLS information directly from FMLS, Georgia MLS into this email here. So I'm just going to click on the image. And then I'm going to click on the pencil icon right here to edit. And then it's going to give me the ability to click on replace. I have a couple I can upload from my images that I've uploaded, or I can click on listing images, and it's going to give me the ability to search all listings. So here I can show all listings or just my listings, search by address, and I'm going to come here and I'm going to search 1234 Main Street. All right. Oh, this looks like a fun one in Hawaii. So I'm going to select this. I'm going to click view. What? All right. Why is it not loading? Let's try this one. Okay. Let me go back. Let's try this very quickly. One of the benefits of live training. So edit, replace, listing images. 1234 Main Street. This is so strange. Why is it not letting me pull these in here? All right, they've made some updates to the system, but it's not letting me pull it in. Okay. Let me see if what I'm missing here. Let's just try this one. Let's see. Replace listing images. Let's just try this one. Not letting me select any of them. Well, goodness, this is not great. Okay, so I have an idea. Let me close out of here real fast. Discard changes. Create design, email. Here it has the option to select photos and text from a listing. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, it's not even going to let me select that. All right, something must be going on. It's not letting me pull in the listing information. So I apologize for that. Traditionally, you would be able to just pull in the listing information. All right, let me just come back down here. Classic just listed. All right. We'll give this another go at it. But let's start with updating the text, since that is something that we can easily update. So to update the text, just click on the text field. And then whenever you see this little icon up in the top right-hand corner of this pencil, that lets you know you can edit. So I'm going to click on the pencil here to edit. And then I am just going to update this information. 1234 Main Street. We'll do Atlanta, Georgia 30342. If I wanted to, I could go through and change this text. I could change the font. If I had gone through and selected, some specific fonts that I wanted, I could potentially use those here. I can change the header type, italicize the placement, link it. I can add in some smart text, whatever you want. Once you are done, click on done, and it's going to update here. So let's come back and see why this. Let's do in the middle. Okay. All right. Now let's try this. Oh my goodness gracious. This is trying me today. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come over here and we're just going to use the little space bar and move that over. I have no idea why this is acting ornery today. And click done. Okay. Perfect. Well, it's not working. So we'll just go ahead and let's just move that over there. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There we go. Now update the sales price. So the same thing, click on the text box with and click the pencil, and then we'll do 275 123. Done. Okay, this is very strange because I'm not editing anything other than the text, so it shouldn't be reformatting. So let's update this. We'll make this 4 beds, 2 baths, and this is 2,500 square feet. Yeah, something's going on here and I don't know exactly what it is. But this should not all be reformatting over to left aligned. This should be staying center aligned. Yeah, like this should not be doing that. This is so strange. Let's try right aligned. No, okay. I don't know why that is happening, so I'm going to look into that. The next thing we're going to do is go through here and we're going to update our images. As I tried to do previously, we're going to click on the pencil. Ideally, you would come over here and click on listing images. Let's just try this one. Let's just see if this does anything different. No, I guess it's not loading right now. Okay, no worries. So I'm just going to click on replace. I'm going to click add images. So I'm just going to upload an image from my computer. So I'm going to click browse images. It's going to pull up my Finder here, sellers. Here we go. So I'm just going to upload this image. So I've uploaded it. So I'm just going to click on it to select it and then click replace. If I wanted to, I can add alt text and I can just do 1234 Main Street. If I wanted to send this to a link, so if someone clicked on it, it could link directly to a landing page or web address. What I would recommend doing here is clicking on web address. Then I'm going to open up a new tab and I'm going to go to my personal KW website, and then I'm going to type in my address that I'm looking for, 1234 Main Street. Let's do whatever. We'll just do this listing here. Perfect. So here's this beautiful listing. All right. No worries. Doesn't matter. From Mannington, West Virginia. I'm going to highlight the URL in the URL bar, and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to come back over to my email template, and I'm going to paste in that web address. So now if someone wants to click on that image, it's going to go directly to that listing on my website. Once I'm done here, I'm going to click done. And now it has uploaded that photo. I'm going to do the same thing really quickly with the other two images. Click replace. Let's add images. All right, we'll just open this image, select it, replace. We'll do a link to a web address. I'm just going to type in or paste in that same URL and then click done. Very strange. I don't know why this is reformatting this way. So I'm going to click the pencil. I'm going to do the same thing really quickly. Add image. All right. Here's the bedroom. Beautiful picture of a bed. So we'll click replace. Link to web address. And then click done. I have no idea why this is so strange. Now you do see this text here, and this is just placeholder text. So I do need to come in here and actually edit. So this is a beautiful condo in the heart of Atlanta. Close to, let's do, located in Virginia Highland with close proximity to Piedmont Park. Piedmont Park and the Beltline. So let's just click done. So I'm just going to go through and edit all these little text boxes. The condo is, what did I say, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms with a eat-in kitchen. Just trying to keep it short and simple. Done. The condo includes 2 reserved parking spots and has a pool. Additional storage is located in the basement. Let's add some fun. The roof was replaced. Let's just do the roof is 2 years old with a brand new water heater. So there we have our text. Continuing to scroll down, we'll click on view listing. I'm going to click the pencil icon to edit. Now I'm going to send a link or select a link to web address. I'm just going to paste in that same URL that I sent directly to my website. If I wanted to go through, I could edit what this button looks like. I could change the color. Let's do the hex code and let's do CB132. There we go. And then click done. So now it's red. If I wanted to, I could, make it a little bit bigger width. I can make this, let's do 250, and height, let's do 75. And then done. So now it's big. Ooh. Let's edit that text. All right. Okay, well, for whatever, there we go. So you can go through and edit, do all sorts of stuff that you want. And then again, here, all of this information is going to be pre-populated based on what's in your marketing profile. So really quickly, I'm going to click on the preview link right here. So click preview. And you can see here's our email. Here's our text, our images. I would spend more time going through and fixing this so it looks nicer. And I don't know why it is changing the edits that are within this template. But for time's sake, I'm just going to leave it as is. So there's everything all loaded, so it looks good to go. I'm going to click the X up here in the top right-hand corner to exit the preview. Again, we have options, preview, send test, email, and we can also download this template. So if you really like it, and let's say maybe you're like, you know what, I don't really love using command, but I want to use this template, you can download this template and upload it into a different email provider. I am good to go here with this, so I'm going to click save. My email template is saved, so I'm going to click X, save changes. So here is my email template. Any questions on going through and updating a template before we jump in and create our own from scratch? All right, perfect. So to get started creating our own, I'm going to click on Create Design up here in the top right-hand corner, select Email, Continue, and then it's going to give me all the ability to use all these templates. But up here in the top right-hand corner, I have two options. One, import HTML. So if there's an email template that I have created in a different email provider, I can actually export that HTML and import it here. Or I can click Start from Blank, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to start from blank. And I'm just going to give this a name of training 623. Now the layout looks the exact same as working with the templatized emails, but we just get to use now all these different widgets over here on the right-hand side. This is going to be very similar to creating an agent website or a landing page. So let's get started. Let's start with the legal header. So I'm just going to drag that over. And that's going to pre-populate or show that information over here that will pre-populate. Below that, we want to include, let's just do some text. I can click on this text here. And I can edit what to do this summer. And we can make this center aligned. And we can make this, let's do 26 font. There we go. Perfect. What to do this summer. All right. And so then from here, we can add an image. And I can use one of the images that I previously uploaded. So I can just use this little dog image that I've uploaded a long time ago. And I'm going to edit this because I really don't need this image to be so giant. So I'm going to click on the edit button up here in the top right-hand corner. And I want this to be, let's do a 250 width. And this is a square, so we'll just do 250. And done. So now it is much smaller. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to move this above that. Oh, geez. Now that's huge. Okay, so we'll just go back and click edit. We want 250 by 250. There we go. So now I have all these different widgets, so I can add images. a listing block. So if I have a couple listings that I want to include, I can use those. Event block. So if I want to invite someone to an open house, if I want to link out to a video that I have, I can do that here. So if you've uploaded a video, maybe to your YouTube channel or Vimeo, you can add that here. I do want to point out though that you cannot have video automatically play in an email at all. Videos must link out to a video player. And then market snap. So again, if you're sending this out to a specific group of people or a specific farm area, you can add in some market snap information here. So let's add an event block. So I'm just going to drag this over here. And it's going to give me the ability to update all this information. So again, we have our image. So I'm going to update this. I'm going to replace. Now this I would just upload from my computer. Let's try this. Technology. All right, we'll just use this image. All right, so this of a house, click replace. And then click done. So now it's uploaded this image. Perfect. And our date. So I'm gonna update this and we'll make this, what is this? June, it's 24th, 25th. Let's do 27th, 2022. And we're gonna do open house. We'll do it at 2 p.m. Done. I want this to be center aligned. Let's make it just a little bit bigger. And we'll do event title. Open house at 1234 Main Street, Atlanta, Georgia 30342. And I'm going to make this center aligned. And we'll do done. Perfect. And we'll do here, we'll just edit this text. Stop by my newest listing this, what is this? Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. This is a cute bungalow in Decatur with 3 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, and a chef's kitchen. The backyard includes a patio and deck with built-in grill. And we'll center align this too, and we'll click done. There we go. So view details. So I can click on this button here, click on the pencil for edit. Now we'll link this out. I would do the same thing here. So I would just link this. If I had a landing page specifically for this listing, I could link it out to that landing page. And one of the benefits of doing a landing page is I can pull up one of the landing pages that I've already created. It's going to show all the landing pages that I have within my my command. So I'll just select a landing page there and then click done. So now here's my quick invite for this open house. Let's say if I wanted to do a market snap. I really like the market snap because this provides just some really quick top line information about what's going on in the real estate market in a specific neighborhood. So I'm going to take this market snap and I'm just going to drag it down here. Neighborhood trends. So I'm going to click on the pencil to edit. And I'm going to type in, let's do 30075 neighborhood. This is going to be Roswell. Let's see if I can find the neighborhood that I'm looking for. So this is the not fun part of having to go through and find your neighborhood. wonder if we have. Oh, I didn't. In the past, you couldn't search like that. So let's try 30306 or 76. Horseshoe Bend, perfect. So I'm going to select Horseshoe Bend, and I'm going to click Done. And then it's going to automatically update with a map of the neighborhood. And then here's going to be some of the market statistics of what's going on in that neighborhood. Again, this is going to be really helpful at driving that conversation of real estate, but also positioning you as a go-to agent for this area. 9 times out of 10, this information is going to be best when just using at a specific neighborhood or subdivision. It's not going to be great if you want to do like the entire city of Roswell or entire city of Sandy Springs, because that's not its intention. It really is just to be pretty specific. And again, it is here to start a conversation. It's not way someone that's, not in real estate can say, oh, wow, there's actually a lot of active listings in here. And then they give you a call and ask, what their house might be worth or what it might cost them to get into this neighborhood, whichever one. And then below here, I want to add in my legal footer. So we'll drag that to the bottom. And this is going to have my information about the market center. So from here, I'm just going to look at the preview really quickly just to make sure everything looks good to go. All right. So I'm happy with this. I'm going to click X and I'm going to save it. Now, I will say this is not the most beautiful email that I've ever created, but in a time crunch, this is what it is. I just really wanted to walk through the functionality of how to use it. So I'm going to exit out of here. Save changes. So now we've gone through and created our email templates. We've created 3 of them. Our next step is going to be to actually create the email campaign that's going to send this out. But before we jump into the campaigns applet, I just want to see if there's any questions about design, the designs aspect, creating an actual email template or editing to an email template. All right, perfect. Okay. So now our next step is to go into campaigns. So I'm going to click on the icon of the megaphone, which is campaigns. And then up in the top right-hand corner, we are going to select create campaign. And we'll select email. And then with everything in command, I always recommend start at the top and then work your way down, filling out the information. So today, let's just name this training. June 23rd, we'll do open house. All right. And then our goal. So we have 7 different options here for our goal. Select a goal that is going to be most comparable to what it is that you are trying to achieve with this email. It's not going to affect delivery of your email, but in, say at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, you want to look back and see how your email campaigns did. You want to compare like emails to like emails. So that way you can see, okay, wow, my advertised listing emails really got a lot of open rates, but when I was just doing brand awareness emails, not many people open them up. So that's going to help you edit and change your email strategy so you can increase the effectiveness of your emails. So today we are going to do event awareness because we have our open house. Then here at the bottom, it's going to ask where we want this campaign to run. We have command email or MailChimp. I would recommend just using command email. When command originally launched, what was that? Gosh, 3 years ago, MailChimp was going to be our original email provider. However, once the system got fully launched, MailChimp's operation did not actually line well with what command was trying to do, because command is set up so that way we can have one-to-one individualized conversation, real estate conversations with our database, and we can provide them with hyper personalized information. Whereas MailChimp is really all about sending one piece of content or information out to thousands of people. So it just, the way our 2 systems just weren't working together. So now we have command email, but you still have the free MailChimp if you want to use it. It's a whole other beast to learn, but I'm happy to help. So I'm going to click create campaign. Perfect. So again, we'll start at the top and work our way down. We have our campaign name, where we already set our account, which is just going to be my account that I've set up in my command settings. Our next step is going to be who we want to send this to. So our recipient list. The very first time that you come into command or come in create an email, you're going to have to create a list. To do that, click on create list. And then we'll give this a name. So we're going to name this open house 623. Name it whatever you want. This is just going to be for internal purposes. You can think of different ways that you'd want to segment out your database. So if maybe you want to do it by county, if you want to do it by past client, future client, maybe former coworkers, think of all the different ways that you've gone through and organized your database in the contacts applet and all the different custom tags that you've created. Those will be different ways that you can set up and create different email recipient lists. So then our next step is going to be to select the actual contacts that we want in here. You can select all. When you select all, it's actually going to only select 100 people at a time. So you would theoretically have to go down and then click load more a bunch of times. Once you know, it just takes a second or two. So, and then come all the way back up to the top. And then select all. And that would select all of them. However, we've spent a lot of time going through and organizing our database. So we want to send this only to people that are going to be, that's going to be relevant to. So I've created a bunch of tags. So I'm going to select tags. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to select people. Let's do buyers. And then let's select clients. We'll do Cobb County. So all the people that I know that live in Cobb County, DeKalb County, Fulton County. And these are all tags that I've created. As you can see, I have a ton of them. The more tags that you're able to create, the better. Let's see. Are there any that I'm missing here that I want to include? I'll do Smyrna, which I know is included in Cobb County. All right, perfect. So now that I've selected all the people that I want with my tags, I can come over here and I can select all, and I have 58 contacts. Now, just know that you can send up to, I believe, with command email, 5,000 email. You get 5,000 emails per month. So you could theoretically, if you're just going to send out one email, send it up to 5,000 people in the contact list. Now that seems a bit much, but however you want to run your business is up to you. But I have my open house email list here. And again, this is probably a list that I'm going to want to use again and again and again. So that way, every time I have an open house, I want to send it to the people, you know, within that I have tagged in Cobb, Fulton, and DeKalb counties. So I'm going to click on confirm. So now it has added my recipient list here. Once you've gone through and you've created a handful of recipient lists, you'll have some in your dropdown here. And that way, this is where you can go back and you can select previous recipient lists that you've done. So here's one from Cobb County. Here's one of all the people that I have tagged as UGA. So if after Georgia won the national championships in January, I could have sent out an email saying, congratulations, go Bulldogs, to everyone that I have tagged as UGA. So this keeps it really simple, and you can have as many recipient lists as you want. So I'm going to use my open house 623. My from information, just double checking, make sure that's okay. You want to make sure that your reply to email is correct. This is going to pull directly from your settings in command. Next, our subject line. Let's do Horseshoe Bend's newest listing. Think of some great eye-catching subject lines. Subject lines can be really important in helping get people to open up your emails. Keeping it short. Ideally, I would say use an emoji, but we don't have emojis here in this part of command. And then, asking a question, want to grab coffee? Did I drop the ball? Did I miss you? Stuff like that. Something that's going to get someone to open up your email. Once you have, I will also preface all this, I am not a copywriter. I'm just trying my best to provide some suggestions. So the last thing we're going to do is actually select our content. So I'm going to click on select design. Now, when I do that, it's going to load all those KWRI templates that we've already gone through in designs. So as I mentioned previously, my preference is to go into designs and create my email long before I ever come into campaigns. But if I wanted to, I could go ahead and start my campaign and then work and create my email here. It's however works best for your preferences. Sorry, here's my KWRI templates. Here's all the templates, sorry. They're right here. So all 72 of them, you can go through, update your template, use whatever you want. I'm going to click on my templates, and these are all the email templates that I've already gone through and created. So you can see here's my training 623, my just listed 123 Main Street, and then my sell ready. That's the pre-written email. So I'm going to select the one that I created. It's going to pull up that email template so I can give it a once over, make sure everything looks good, see if there's any information I need to edit or update. So I'll just give it a quick once over. Everything looks good. So I'm going to click save and exit. Now, when I do that, it is going to show a preview of my email over here on the right-hand side. So I can just double check again, making sure that I included the correct email. Now, before I send it, I have actions up here in the top right-hand corner. So I can look at a preview of the email. Same thing as we did previously in designs. Or we can send a test email, and it's going to be the same thing we did in designs. I'll just be able to send us a test email. So that way we can actually see what it looks like in our inbox. Now, once we are good to go here, we have two options. We can click send, and we can send this immediately, or we can schedule this to go out at a specific date and time. So let's say if I wanted it to go out next Thursday, June, actually I want it to go out, let's do Friday, so tomorrow, and I could select at 11:45 a.m. I can go ahead and select that exact date and time and then click apply date and time. And now I could click schedule, and this would go out tomorrow morning at 11:45. I don't actually want to send this just because this is for training. But this is cool here that it shows that you can schedule email campaigns 2 hours from now and up to 12 months from now. So if you wanted to go through, you could set up a bunch of emails to go out on specific dates. So if you know that you want to go ahead and set up maybe a Happy Valentine's Day to go out in February, and then you want to have a spring one, a 4th of July one, just some of those simple campaigns that are going to go out at specific times throughout the year, you can go ahead and set those up. So that way, while you're out celebrating with your friends and family, those emails can go out and you can still be having that touch with your database. I'm going to click exit cancel here because I don't actually want to send this. Any questions about the steps of actually creating the campaign? All right, so I'm going to click save draft here, save and exit. So now if I come into campaigns and then I select emails up here at the top, it's going to show me a list of all of my draft campaigns as well as my emailed campaigns. It's going to show me here some metrics of sent, opens, and clicks of that email. I can also get more specific information if I go into the reporting applet, and that can give me some breakdowns of who actually opened it, unsubscribes, clicks, all that jazz. The last thing I want to show you is up here in the top right-hand corner, it says email lists. So if you click on this button, it is going to show you a list of all of the email recipient lists that you have created. So you can see here, I have 11 of them. This gives me the ability to go through and edit. So anytime you see that pencil icon in Command, you know you can make an edit, or you can delete it. So I can delete any of the ones that I've already created, or if I want to go ahead before I actually even get in setting up my campaign, I can create that list here. It's going to be the same process that we walk through. And that way you can go ahead and set up your recipient list. So if you know, hey, I'm going to have, I want to have an all contact email list. So if I click, create contact, a contact list, and I want everyone that is tagged advertising to be added, I can select all. Advertising. And confirm. So now I have my new advertising list. Now let's say I've added a couple new contacts into Command and I've tagged them with advertising. I can click on refresh and it would update that. So that way it would pull in those new contacts, and I'd want to make sure that I have everyone with that advertising tag included in this recipient list. That is the training this morning on email newsletters. What questions do you have? Anything I can clarify for you or show you again?
Nick, I have one question. Where can I find the recording of this class?
So I upload all the recordings to the Keller Williams First Atlanta official YouTube channel.
Okay.
And that's also linked from kwfa.info.
Awesome. Thank you. All right.
You are welcome. All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I'll let you go. Thank you for joining me this morning. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions as you're going through and setting up your emails. And I'm also happy to set up a one-on-one with you if you want to go a little bit more in depth with an actual campaign that you want to set up. Have a wonderful Thursday, and I will speak with you later.
Thank you. Bye-bye.